The Texas justice system currently incarcerates children whose crimes were a direct result of or incident to human trafficking, intimate partner violence, and other abuse. Too often, the justice system fails to see these children as survivors of crime in need of trauma informed response to their victimization, and instead prosecutes them for their crimes and too often the crimes of their abusers.
Oftentimes, for example, individuals that might be protecting themselves from their abuser, and yet they are the ones that probably have a longer sentence than the abuse that they incurred from that individual.
In February of 2020, Governor Greg Abbott established a customized clemency application specifically for survivors of human trafficking and domestic violence in coordination with the Texas Board of Pardons and Parolees. The governor recognized that Texas is committed to empowering the survivors of domestic abuse and human trafficking, and one of the surest signals of that goal was laying out a true path to redemption and restoration. LSJA launched our Survivors Project with over 30 different organizations and individuals to provide pro bono legal assistance and peer support services to survivors as they apply for clemency. This will change the lives of thousands of survivors across the state. But don't just take my word.
My name's Allison Franklin, and I support the Survivors Project for multitude of reasons. One, I am a survivor of sex trafficking, so I was gang trafficked for nearly a decade. And in that time, not only was I groomed to be my trafficker's prostitute and property, but I was also groomed to run his entire enterprise. So purchasing all these drugs, recruiting other women, anything to do with the organized gang activity that he was involved in, I would be the person that would be set up to take the fall. So after nearly a decade of being trafficked, I have, instead of being recovered or rescued or extracted from those situations, I cycled in and out of our prison system. So I acquired 8 felonies, nearly all incurred while under my trafficker. And it wasn't until my 9th felony that I actually was given access to services that would help me exit that life.
What has Lone Star Justice done? Well, Lone Star Justice identified that, right? They identified that how traumatic this process would be, but also how necessary, because it will turn your life around. So they provide free legal counseling to do all of the paperwork and to take that extra burden of experiencing that trauma away from you by helping you get your life back. Right? This is not just a service. This is actually giving someone their life back. This is an enormous blessing.
For someone that has been stripped of my choice, my identity, my agency, from child abuse all the way through sexual exploitation with my trafficker, it is so critically important to be able to walk out with a clean slate. These individuals have endured enough suffering, enough pain, and they deserve a second chance at life.
Join us as we work to develop a stronger justice system that promotes redemption, restoration, and transformation.